Hey guys, so on this video I'll be answering the question I hear the most. That is, why did you leave engineering behind? And there's a whole background story about why I took engineering and all that. And I won't be getting into that because I don't think that's the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is actually talking about the step, the actual step. And I won't lie, I was scared as hell when I took the step. But I just didn't wake one day and I decided, okay, I'm not going to work as an engineering anymore. I want to do music. That wasn't the way it happened. Okay. There was a whole work I did before taking the step. And the main thing I did was actually I start growing my music freelance business on the side before I actually quit engineering. So basically, I worked as a freelance for almost 1 year till I decided that I was ready to take that step. And it wasn't easy. It was like I was working my hours as a mechanical engineering, and then I would get home and I would answer my messages. I would check my mail. I would record stuff. So it wasn't easy at all. I have to say this. It was very tiring. I remember I was working weekends. I was working late nights, and then I had to get up early to go to my engineering work. But since I was doing something I loved so much and something that I still love today, it was a lot that made it a lot easier, and I had a goal in my mind. So my goal was, I know I want to do this, and so I will build this business. I will build it because I want to earn enough for me to give up engineering, because I didn't like working as an engineer. I've been in 3 different companies, and if the first one doesn't work, okay, you can blame the company. But if the second doesn't work either, okay, you start questioning if it's the companies or the work, or if it is yourself. Okay. And when I went to the third company and the final one, I worked as a mechanical engineer. I already knew that that job was just for earning enough money to make a living and to support the beginning of my musical career. So when I took the step, I already had a background. So I already had some clients, some steady customers, some steady income coming in. It wasn't a lot, but I also had some savings. So I knew I was ready. Did that make everything easier? A bit, but I won't say that it was even so it wasn't easy. Okay, especially because on my nearby circle, I didn't have supporters per se. So I don't come from a family of entrepreneurs. No, no, the other way around. I think I'm the only no, I was the only entrepreneur in the family. Um, my dad had a try at being an entrepreneur and he failed. He had it was really bad. It was really bad, and he still suffers some consequences today. So it was really bad. He got into a business that didn't work out. So all the background I had was bad, and everybody around me was working on steady jobs, and they didn't understand or believed in my passion. And so I was kind of doing everything myself without the support of anyone. I had 2 close friends of all my circle. I had 2 close friends who supported me and understood my need of having my own thing. But that was pretty much it. The rest, and especially my partner Ricardo, my boyfriend, he didn't realize how much this was important to me. So so I guess that made everything a lot more difficult. But my main fear was definitely security. Um, for financial security for me, as I mentioned, it's something that's very important. It's very important. I'm a structured person. I don't deal well with money insecurity. I've had issues, and especially because I witnessed everything that happened with my dad, and that affected me. I was a teenager back then, so that affected me. We struggled a lot financially back then, and that was something that I really didn't want to go back to. And I guess that was what made me delay that decision so much. One thing I did, and I think it was the best thing I've done, was actually blocking everyone that didn't understand my passion from that part of my life. I blocked, not that I stopped talking. I didn't stop talking with with those people. I just blocked them out of of my decision of becoming a full-time freelancer. And so I quit my job, but I didn't tell anyone except one of those two friends that I mentioned that I knew would be supportive of my decision. And later I told the other one. So basically I blocked all the negativity because I didn't need that. Believe me, I was stressed out enough. I was not sleeping. I was questioning myself all the time. I didn't need other people questioning me either. So I blocked all of those people away from my decision. And yes, I'm talking also about my partner. He didn't know. I quit. I quit my job, and I didn't tell anything. I told them I only let everybody in on my decision after my first month. And on my first month, I doubled what I earned the previous month when I was still working as an engineer. And that was, for me, that was such a win that I knew that would shut up all the criticism, all the doubts. And that's when I decided to share my decision. And when they start questioning me, I said, hey, this is what happened. That last month I earned $200. This month I earned $400. Next month I'm going to earn 600 or 800, whatever. So don't question me. I know I can make this. Don't ever dream of questioning my decision. And but I needed that. I needed that proof, because I wasn't sure of myself either. So it wasn't easy. I wasn't sure of myself. Like I said, I wasn't sleeping. I was stressed as hell. I had panic attacks sometimes, and I'm not a panicky person. But I had panic attacks. There were some moments that I would start stressing out so much that I have to get out of the house. And one thing that always calmed me down was actually driving. And this may seem weird to you, but it's just the way I deal with stress. So, most people get really stressed driving. I'm the other way around. When I get into my car, I get into the zone, I put on some music, and there I go. And usually when I'm stressed, you think, oh, maybe you shouldn't drive if you're having a panic attack. Man, I drive like really slow. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I don't speed up when I'm stressed. No, because I know I guess the thing about driving is that you have to focus, right? So I start focusing. Okay, I have to do this, and I have here in Portugal we all drive manual, so you have to focus even harder to drive, and I guess that's why driving calms me down. And also I love driving my car, so deal with that. Anyway, that was the technique I had to calm myself down, and later I discovered meditation also, and that helped me a lot too. So one thing, my confidence started rising a lot when I actually I could maintain that growth So that I doubled my earnings, and then I didn't double, but I made 200 more, and then in the other month I earned 200 more. So I had this goal in the beginning that I was going for, was to earn the same as I was working as a mechanical engineer. And I got that goal a lot faster than I thought I would. And about security, I start noticing that people were coming back. People actually enjoyed working with me. They were coming back. They were talking about my work to other people. So word started getting around, and as a result, I was never without work. I always had work. Actually, I had to start raising my prices because I was getting um, a lot of orders and I couldn't make up to all of them. And then of course I start getting better equipment, and so I'm providing a better service with more quality, so I deserve to be paid more. And so I was never without work. So about security, I start getting more and more confident that I could do this. Having the courage, and people who say it's easy, they're lying, man. Okay, it's not easy to take the step. Yes, you have to have balls, right? In my case, I have to have uterus to to take the step. But I had a plan. I had a background. So in my case, I needed proof before taking the step. But I mean, maybe you don't even need that if you have savings, and you can actually live from your savings while you're building your business. And if you're fed up with your job, I'll just say go for it, right? I'll be doing other videos about more specific about freelancing. Okay, this video is more about taking the step into being your own boss. And if this is for everybody, and the thing is, I know this is not for everybody. Some people are perfectly satisfied about spending their whole life in working for other people, and that's just fine. Okay, I'm not here to judge. I'm not saying that freelance is the way, or being your own boss is the way. It's not the way for many people, and that's totally fine. For me, I just I worked for other people for 12 years, and I reached a point that I couldn't take it anymore. I mean, I just didn't have the nerve, and I just didn't have the patience of seeing the same thing happening on different places with different people, but it was the same thing. And oh man, I just couldn't. I mean, it just wasn't for me. And I reached a point where I realized that, and I already knew what I wanted to do, so that make it even easier. Maybe you don't have a specific passion, or maybe you do have a specific passion and you would love to make a living out of it and you don't know how. Freelance can be your answer. But maybe it isn't, and that's totally fine. Okay, and that's totally fine. If you have a job working for other people or for another company that totally satisfies you, that's perfect. What I really want, and what I would really love to make you think about is, are you happy the way you are, right? Because if you are, that's totally fine. Because you deserve to be happy, right? No matter what you do, no matter if you work for other people, you deserve to be happy, right? You deserve to have a smile, and you deserve to feel useful to society. I think that's such a great feeling. It's bigger than us, right? Do something useful. And I didn't feel useful when I was working for other people or other companies. I never felt useful, and I never felt good enough, and I never felt satisfied enough. And believe me, I was never fired. And when I quit, usually I only was fired off my first work. Then I was always the one quitting, and every time I quit a job, people were like, "Oh, but why are you going? Please stay." They were happy with my work, but I wasn't happy there. And that was one of my biggest motivators, right? Was knowing that I deserved being happy, and I deserve to be happy. We all do, especially in our work, which is such an important part of our lives, right? We deserve to be happy. And if you don't feel that, maybe you should rethink what you're doing. Even if it's freelance or another work, whatever it is, okay? You deserve feeling happy. And it's funny when, many people who questioned my decision, when they saw me happier, they start getting curious about my work and they start asking me questions about my work. And I saw there was some kind of fascination, but not that didn't happen when I took the step. That happened later when they start noticing how much happier I was. And I guess because most people also want to feel that, right? They want to feel when they get to the end of the day's work, they want to take a deep breath and they want to feel that they are being useful to the world. And I'm not saying that happens in all days. We all, of course, I mean, even if you love what you do, sometimes you have bad days. That's totally fine. But even on a bad day, when I'm doing tasks that I'm not passionate about, but I have to do them, like sending emails or stuff like that, or when I do a work and then I have to record something because the person I'm working with doesn't wants it a different way, and in the end it's their song, so I have to understand that, even if I don't agree. That happened today, but it's okay. I don't mind. I already that's part of the work, and I just want them to be happy with the song. If they're happy with the song, and they are, so I'm happy too. And even on my bad days, I still take a deep breath and I think, okay, today wasn't as good, but I know I'm building what I love, and I know I'm making a living of what I love. And every day, I take, even if it's just some seconds, but I take some seconds to be grateful, because I'm so grateful that I get to do what I love. And I guess that's what allowed me to start sleeping at night. Even when I'm going through hard times, that I don't have a steady paycheck anymore, and especially now, since I'm reformulating more my career, my musical career. So it's not that I love being a freelance musician, but I want to work more and more on my original music, and I know that's where I'm going, on my own artist identity. I still work with other artists, and besides that, I also stream, but my main focus is to grow my music and my community and pass my message more. And my main message, it doesn't matter if you are a musician or not, but because what I really want with this video is inspire you to show you that it's okay to feel unhappy, but you should do something about it, because you deserve feeling happy. Doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what your passion is, you deserve feeling happy. And so I hope that helps in a way. So I hope you like this video, and please do leave comments behind. I love to hear some feedback, and if you have a passion, let me know.